You will grow resentment towards people that you have to constantly remind to do things that they should already be doing. Say it again, absolutely. You will grow resentment towards people that you have to consistently give a reminder for things that they should already naturally be doing. What starts off as a reminder slowly turns into a responsibility that you assumed on your own because you're a good person and you love your people, right? But it turns into a responsibility that was never yours in the first place. And now you irritated like shit over a task that doesn't even belong to you. There's something on TikTok the other day, a therapist said, you are going to have to be okay with the discomfort that you feel from watching the people that you love not show up for themselves without your interference. And my goodness, yes. At some point, we have to accept that we are not reminding them, we are revealing them. We are revealing that whatever that thing is that we're reminding them to do, right, is not as important to them as it is to us. And now something is important to us that doesn't even belong to us in the first place, right? And that's where the that's where resentment comes. You want to see your people do well, right? You want to see them excel in all of their desired areas. But there comes a point in community and relationships where, okay, am I supporting you or am I enabling you, right? We have to start asking ourselves the hard question. We can love people and not manage them. We can love people and allow them space to be in control of their own decision making without our interference. You don't love people less just because you let them lead their own lives. That's what we should be doing anyway. Allowing people space to lead their own lives. Even if we can see, now, and that's where I get it fucked up. I can see you headed for catastrophe. I can see you headed for disaster. No, 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 no. Let me get in the way. And sometimes people don't want you to get in the way because they're comfortable in that disaster. It just hit me in this moment. The resentment that we feel is not necessarily about the other person. It's also about the fact that we are taking on something that doesn't belong to us. We're taking on something that people didn't ask us to take on in the first place. Why are you mad? People are either not doing what we want them to do, or they're not doing what they said they were going to do. Either way, it's not our burden to bear. It's disappointing nonetheless, okay? Not our burden to bear. This is the beautiful thing about perspective and the ability to just change your mind if that's what you decide to do. Because the top of this video, when I started writing down notes for this video, I thought it was going to be about something else. But now that I'm saying the things out my mouth, listen to what I just wrote down. Why am I holding on to something that you're not holding yourself accountable to? Because the moment I put it back in your hands, it still don't belong to me anyway. It was never mine. Why do I have resentment about something you said you were going to do for yourself? I'm not affected nonetheless. I'm not affected either way. Resentment for what? If you have resentment about something that doesn't belong to you, something that doesn't benefit you, something that doesn't hinder you, you're probably too invested. And we can be, especially if it's our folks, our loved ones, our network of people. But we have to get out of the mindset of caring for people more than they care for themselves. It may sound harsh, but it saves you a lot of energy. I think that we have to start getting clear and staying grounded in the things that we are willing to be connected to. And a lot of times we're connected to things that do not belong to us. Yes, my belief system is yes, it belongs to me if you in my network of people, if you my folks. That's just how I operate. Sometimes we got to take a step back. Sometimes we have to take a step back. Sometimes we have to say, you know what? I'll step in when they need me to, instead of just blazing through, because that's what I do sometimes, right? But yes, this was great. Y'all coming to class on the 29th? I hope so. I love you. God bless.